Multiple screens. Are we frozen? Nathan, are you there?
Am I here?
I don't know. Is Nathan here? So
Oh,
everyone,
I'm here.
Nathan?
I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Market Live. We are Talk Tales. I'm Shana Race, and I'm here to introduce somebody you might be familiar with, Nathan Howard.
Hello. It's
Oh,
me.
it's
But I'm not
Nathan. Oh my
but
God, there he is.
I'm here through the glory of the internet, but I'm not with Shauna right now.
Dude, can you believe that? That's like, it's like Bizarro world right now.
It's crazy that we can just do that. And that you and I aren't like surgically attached by the hip.
I know, we're always together. It's so much fun. We should be twins. Maybe we can make that happen.
Maybe we'll keep that in the maybe category.
Okay, so everyone's already tuning in and being like, okay, this is different from our normal Talk Tales routine.
Oh, I can't see the chat, so I can only imagine.
Well, I can see the chat, and I know people are really thinking that this is strange.
Okay, well, I am traveling.
Wait,
As
Kyle
you
says,
can
wait,
see,
you guys are twins?
in spirit.
In spirit, Kyle, in spirit.
I'm glad Kyle is here with us. So yeah.
That also makes me happy that it made me feel young.
Yeah. Age is just a number.
That's true. Okay, yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Why we're not in the studio right now? Like, why are you not here and I'm not over there?
Yes. So I'm visiting family back home. I'm from Maine. So I am here by the water. I don't know if you can see the ocean over here,
Ooh.
but this is also happens to be the first bar that I ever worked at.
Wow.
So having a little bartender genesis story. I used to work over there pouring beers and shucking oysters. And my dad actually is one of the managers here now.
That is so cool.
A little continuation there.
Did you ever have any injuries from shucking oysters?
Well, you wear like a male glove, so they give you like this chainmail thing that you put on your offhand.
Do they give you a sword?
They give you a sword, yeah. I mean, it's a sword that's this long, but that still counts as a sword.
That counts.
Yeah. So I never cut myself, though I did see somebody cut themselves.
Wait. Is that a rite of passage in Maine to be an oyster shucker?
Not cutting yourself, but a rite of passage is shucking a rotten oyster, because that is a smell that it takes like days to get out. So you open it up and you don't know if it's rotten until you open them. So you have no idea. And like maybe 1 in 100 of them are bad. But when you get that bad one, then you have to run as quickly as you can to the water over there and throw it out, because it makes everything around it smell bad. Like instantly.
My God.
Everybody in the bar will be like, "What is that?"
Is that the only oyster that actually does that,
though? If there's a rotten one.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Dude, okay.
When I worked here, actually, where I'm sitting right now used to be a giant pile of oyster shells.
Oh, what happened?
They moved them. They moved them. I don't know.
Well, I wonder what you could do with a pile of oyster shells. Like, maybe you can make a driveway.
It used to be that tall.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like all the way up.
Somebody came up on an epic pile of oyster shells.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder if somebody bought it. Off people.
Okay. Okay, so this is a treat of an episode here, because like not very often do you get to actually see somebody in the first bar that they ever worked in. So I think, do you have besides the oysters, do you have a good story you could share about this homecoming?
Ooh, yes, there was a time that I dropped. So this place is a brewery. So this is the Marshall Wharf Brewery, and I have a beer right here, and they sell a lot of growlers. And if you don't know what a growler is, it's that large jug that has little kind of little hook handle, and it's a good way to describe it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a hook handle.
Yeah.
And they
Which
sell a
is
lot of
silly
those.
because they're heavy and it hurts your finger.
Exactly, they are really heavy.
Yeah.
And I know because I dropped one.
Ah!
And it didn't break, but the top popped off and the beer went up in my face. So I dropped it and I looked down as the beer shot up in my face. I got everywhere. But the glass didn't.
Were you like this?
Yeah, it was bad.
That's like
So,
that reminds me of when you first start learning how to change a keg and you don't put the tap on correctly and the keg sprays right into your eye.
exactly. That also was here too. That it was really busy one day, and I was like 19, and one of the bartenders upstairs told me to change the kegs, and I said I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before, and they said it's fine, just go downstairs and do it. And I went down and I looked at them for like a good 5 minutes, and I didn't want to touch anything until I could figure out how it all worked. And so I just kind of stood there until he came running in behind me, like I needed it done 5 minutes ago, and he just did it himself. And so that's formative lessons,
Dude, Dave,
couch surfer.
Couch Surfer is up in the chat here saying, "What's up, dudes?
What's in these?
What's up,
Couch surfing.
is that Nathan's in Maine because he's our main man here on Market
That's
Live.
right.
So he had to go back to his hometown and hang out at a brewery like a cool guy. It was the first brewery he's ever worked at, actually, first bar he ever worked at. So we're having nostalgic time here.
It's true.
So, okay.
Asked me a few minutes ago my opinion on a good margarita, so I got to bring my Market Live Thirsty Thursday knowledge into my real life there.
This is amazing. Literally, everyone on Thirsty Thursday here, you are getting a first-hand account into the day in life of Nathan. This is Nathan real. Real
yes.
Nathan.
No costumes, no makeup. I'm just over here having a good time.
He's a fine guy. So
do you have any very first bar job stories, Shana?
Me?
From when you were a young whippersnapper?
Yeah, okay. Let's see. I guess the first guy that puked on one at the bar was at my first bar. And
on the bar, not on you.
On the bar top.
Okay. Well, it could have been worse. I knew it was
gonna happen. I saw it coming. I was like looking at it and I'm like, that guy's gonna puke. And then he had that look, that glossy eyes, kind of like, kind of lots of drooly stuff going on, like over salivating.
They start rolling back and forth.
Yeah, and you're like, this is not gonna end well. So I started going to his friend, like, get him out of here, I'm like, get him out of here, he's gotta go, and his friend also who was drinking wasn't, fast enough to the what do you call that, like trigger or whatever.
Yeah, quick on the draw.
He wasn't quick on the draw. He wasn't fast to the trigger, and so then his friend just puked right all over the bar. And I was like, I told you. I was like, get him out of here. I'm like, geez, why do people? That's a question I have for the audience. Why do people not, when they see their friend is beyond drunk, why don't they get him out of there?
Yep. Or water. You gotta. That's something that we reiterate, but I will always drive it home. You get one drink, you get a water. You gotta even it out.
Yeah, sure. I mean, fair. I mean, I'm guilty of that. Like, I always forget that part.
That's true.
But yeah, you're right. It's smart. So yeah, that was the first puker on the bar of many.
Ruthie and Nisi, I am in Maine, in my hometown, and visiting family, and so that's why I'm also at, as I reiterated, the first bar I ever worked at. It was right on the water in my hometown.
Stay light there later.
It does, because we're closer to the North Pole.
Yeah. So what? It's 8:15 there.
It is. Yeah, I'm way up north. Yeah,
Get him out of here. Don't be puking on the bar. Get him out of here. Thank you. That's what I say. Get him out of here. Like, no one should be puking on the bar. That is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. But you know what? Okay, so since we're here with Nathan at his hometown, and at his first bar he ever worked at, the bar's a brewery, right? What's the name of the brewery?
Marshall Wharf.
Okay.
So if you ever are in Maine, you got to check out Marshall Wharf Brewing Company. And I am currently having one of their beers. So I thought it would be a good idea if we talked about beer cocktail.
And before we jump into that, Sharon Stone says, excited to see me here. Of course we are, Sharon.
The Sharon Stone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Hi, guys. It's me, Sharon Stone. Excited to see me here. And I'm like, yeah, Sharon Stone. Are you kidding me? Iconic.
I mean,
I hope you're having us.
Can't be beat. Yeah, welcome. Hello.
Yeah, Sharon Stone is in the house, so be prepared. We're talking beer now, and also we prepared. Oh yeah, Couch Surfer says dig bars by the water. Of course, you're Couch Surfer.
Yes.
So I'm also going to do a beer cocktail today too. So yeah, Nathan, let's talk about beer.
Sure. So I don't think we really talked about beer all that much in our Thirsty Thursdays before.
No, I don't think
Thank
once.
you, Sharon Stone. Happy to see us. That's so nice.
Are we Sharon Stone best friends now?
Sharon Stone bringing this positivity. I like it.
I love it.
So, what's my favorite beer besides Coors Light? So I enjoy lots of beer. I actually prefer beers on the lighter side. I know that it's kind of popular to enjoy heavy beers, but I enjoy a light beer. But what is beer, Shana? Throwing it back at you.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. What is beer? Well, beer is the combination of water, yeast, hops, and what?
Time.
I'm forgetting one ingredient. No, water. Okay, so yeast makes the alcohol. Oh,
Sugar. Yes.
Okay, so yeast eats the sugar, which poops out the alcohol, and that's where we get our alcohol from. But then you need flavor, which typically most beers are flavored by hops. There is a couple exceptions to the rule of that. There are a few beers that do not flavor with hops, but majority of them do. And then of course you need water and manpower.
Yeah. And the first beers were discovered by accident. Because they put all those things in, they let their grains set in, and it rained. So this is the hypothesis that they were storing their grain to eat for later, but they let it set, and it got wet, and then it stayed for long enough. When they went back and checked it again, the mash had created a beer. So the kind of modern beer that we think of now is not the same thing that the first beer drinkers would have drank, but the principle is somewhat the same. And if you've ever had like
so basically the mash. Oh, I said it fermented.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've ever had a barley wine, very similar to like the original idea of beer.
Oh, that's cool. That's way cool. Because beer, basically, the only difference would be what? We're carbonating beer?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, very cool. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for the lazy farmer that didn't harvest their barley in time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Uh-oh.
No one knows.
We got a difference in opinion here. There is a pro Coors Light. Oh. There's a no one likes Coors Light.
Thinky Drinky is laying down the law over here.
That's getting hot.
Yeah.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something wrong with I was like, ooh, getting a sassy chat.
There's contention in the chat today.
Oh, I like it. That's not true. Uncle Sam invented Coors Light on 4th of July. Let's see this evidence. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. And Coors is the champagne of beers. That's not true. High Life is the champagne of beers.
High Life, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Nancy.
Do you know why they call it that?
Yeah, because the bottle shape.
And because it's more carbonated than their other lines of beer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's more bubbly.
Oh, I always thought because if you turn a High Life bottle upside down, it's the shape of a wine flute or a champagne flute.
Yeah, I think that's both of those things. We're both right.
Oh,
our powers combined.
Even afar away, we're both on top of it. Here we go. We are rocking we're rocking the beer knowledge right now. So, okay, what's my opinion? Real quick. Wait, anything else on that fermentation beer stuff?
Well, my other beer fun fact for everybody is that beer has been used as payment by lots of people throughout history. So a really good example of that are the people who created the... Huh?
Me!
You get paid in beer sometimes. Yeah. But the people who built the pyramids in Egypt, they were paid in barrels of beer. Or jugs, rather.
So wait, to build the pyramids, they were paid in beer?
Yep.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I would want a beer after that chore.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nisi says, "Oh, Coors Light is the banquet beer." Yeah, Coors Banquet. Oh well, Sharon Stone says I prefer champagne, which yeah. Okay, I'm with you, Sharon Stone. Let's go.
Yeah.
France, I'm in. Count me in. I love champagne. It's my favorite. Oh, I did want to say with the mention of Coors Light, another fun fact about beer is light beer, like Coors Light, Miller Light, all those styles of beers.
You see that Dre Day always tips?
Wait, what?
Dre Day said they always tip.
They always tip?
That's a good policy. Yeah, that's a good policy.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah, so okay, World War II is kind of World War I and World War II are a good reason why we ended up getting light beers in our retail sections, is because basically the distillers of whiskey, which was the primary distillate before the wars, they had to send all their rations out to overseas for medical purposes and war efforts. And they also were depleted in rations because of prohibition already. So they had to come up with a new marketing plan, which was to distill vodka. Okay, and blended whiskeys, which was blended with neutral grain spirit, so it wasn't that great a quality and didn't taste as good. Exactly. So they started marketing two products, the highball and the screwdriver. The screwdriver was with vodka with orange juice, and it made it so you couldn't taste the alcohol, which
terrible quality vodka.
Exactly. And so they could just, distill it, put it in a bottle, slap a label on it, and throw it on the shelves and keep selling their products. They didn't have to wait 2 years to put whiskey in a bottle, right? So the other thing with that, they started doing the highball because the crummy whiskey, no one really wanted to drink it straight. So you put some club soda in there, and next thing you know, you got a nice, refreshing cocktail. Okay.
And now both of those things have become works of art in their own.
Yeah. But then the outcome of this is that the palate of the American people stopped wanting the spirit forward, like strong flavors of the whiskey. They started getting more interested in covering up the flavors of alcohol, like a screwdriver. So same thing with beers. More like stronger, like full flavored beers became less popular because people didn't want to taste the alcohol. So light beers started becoming developed within Anheuser-Busch and with other big beer providers, and bada bing bada boom, that's where we got our light beer and why people started becoming so popular with that product. And of course the health industry really marketed towards that too, which I don't know if that's actually true or not, if it actually matters. If you
less calories,
I suppose, but you get I'm sure it's not the best no matter what. You probably eat some broccoli and be better off. But so that's interesting. All this stuff is like, tied together in history, and just like just like the Egyptians building the pyramids, we're building this market live, and shoot, I'd be paid in beer.
Getting
And
paid in beer.
I'm paying myself right now, which is great.
Yeah. So what is a beer cocktail? What makes a beer cocktail? Are we using the beer as a substitute for the spirit?
Okay, so I mean, I don't think there's really particularly any rules when it comes to a beer cocktail. What a beer cocktail is based off of is shandy. So if you're not familiar with a shandy, it's a low ABV drink, so alcohol by volume. So it's a lower alcohol by volume drink that is most typically served in Europe. England, I believe is the origin of the shandy. And all it is basically putting lemonade into your beer. And so it's it's delicious. Yeah. So basically you could do a bunch of different. What up? Love you, Shandy. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it's a big time thing, right? So it's just like, you don't want to get sloshed in the day, but you want to enjoy a nice beverage that's refreshing, maybe like loosen up a little bit, enjoy some sun with your friends and hang out, but not walk home by 6 o'clock cross-eyed. So a Shandy's a good option.
As you go.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be that guy puking on the bar at like 6 o'clock in the evening. That's not a good look for nobody. So shandy's a good option for this. And so in the spirit of summer and in spirit of Nathan there at the brewery drinking beers, I'm going to make a variation, a shandy variation. And like I said, there's not many rules to this. You can be as creative as you would like. And usually you'd want to incorporate a citrus, something maybe a little sweeter, some kind of syrup. And other than that, just do whatever you want. You could add gin in there. You could put whiskey. I mean, you could put spirits in there to bump up the ABV if you want. But for the sole purpose of a lower ABV enjoyable cocktail without putting your butt in the dirt, then
this is a good beer cocktail to try is a Coors Light plus 1 more. So that's also an option.
Wait, what is it? What?
A Couch Surfer said a good beer cocktail is a Coors Light plus 1 more Coors Light. So that's another route you could take.
Couch Surfer, have you ever done Coors Light? What's it called? Wizard staffs. So if you've never heard of a wizard staff, you have to use Coors Lights because they're silver, and a wizard staff, of course, is silver, and you have to use silver duct tape. Yeah, and you use silver duct tape. So you drink for your favorite beer cocktail, Couch Surfer. Drink your first beer, and then when it's done, pop open your next beer, put it on top, take some duct tape it on top, and then drink that one, and then put your next one on top and duct tape that on top. And if you keep on going, you build yourself a nice wizard staff.
And your friends know exactly when to take you home.
Yeah. If you really want to have fun, go play slosh ball afterwards.
Oh.
I was young once. I know how to party. Okay, so we're gonna build this beer cocktail. The cool thing about beer cocktail is, one is you don't have to be like crazy about measurements necessarily. You can kind of wing it. You could do this as a free pour, but if you want to be a little bit more precise on measurements, just do equal parts of your sour to syrup. So I'm gonna do. Look how cool this is. Look at that.
Ooh,
the Fernet Jigger.
Awesome.
Isn't that neat? I know. So
I see you're using the syrup that comes in our kits.
I am. This is the passion fruit syrup cocktails kit. So this one's right now is being served in our tequila kit. So you can get this right on Market Live. This stuff is really good, and 'tis the season for passion fruit because my passion fruit bush outside is making fruit. So this is the right season. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 3/4 ounce.
The passion fruit syrup also just has like the slightest kick to it too. Like they put a little chili pepper in there, but just like a little bit. I really like it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot too. So I just did 3/4 ounces of our passion fruit, and then I'm also gonna do 3/4 ounces of our lemon. And
Just right into the beer?
Huh?
Right into the beer?
Yeah, I just pour it right in the beer.
Dang.
I know. There's no rules. There's no rules in baseball. There's no rules in baseball. Wait, no, there's
Just
no
making
crying
it up as we
in
go along.
baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
I'd hope there are rules.
I know, I don't know what I'm talking about. There's rules. There are rules. Okay, now check this out. This is sun tea. So I had a bunch of tea bags in my cabinet, and I had mint tea and I had green tea. So I put it in here with a bunch of water, and I put a cellophane on top, and I let it go sit out in the sun all day. Now I have sun tea, and I'm just going to go ahead and top that off. I'd say that's about 2 ounces. So if you want to do about 2 ounces of tea. Okay. And then also I have my fresh mint from my garden. Some people say I'm a hippie.
You can't go wrong with fresh mint. There's some of that urban foraging, you know?
Yeah, but always make sure you slap it because you want to get all the oils like busted out of the leaves.
On your fingers.
Yeah. So and I'm just gonna go ahead and place that on the side because this is a mint.
Thing.
What?
Look at that thing.
I know. This is like refreshing. Okay. So then like the mint tea with the fresh mint ties that whole thing together. And that's what I'm gonna do with it. It's pretty simple, right? Like a beer cocktail.
If my math is correct, if you got a tequila kit on market and you made the kit all the way through, you would then still have just enough of the syrup and the lime juice to be able to make this yourself.
Dude, you are so correct on that. Yeah, all you need is a beer. So like,
all you need is a beer.
Yeah, you can use Coors
go
Light.
Couch surfer.
You can use your favorite beer, Coors Light. You could use I don't know.
If you're sure it's done.
Highlight. Oh, you could do a champagne cocktail. There's so many options. It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
It's really. Do we have a code this year? Or the codes?
Wait, is David around? David!
Do we have a code? Oh, who won? Was it me? Did I win?
You always win.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take it.
Everybody.
It wasn't me then. I didn't get it.
Oh.
It's okay. Maybe next year. Yeah.
That's okay, Nathan. Right. But you could make $1 million to get.
I could. That's true. There's always tomorrow.
Okay, so everyone, this is easy cocktail to do. Even if when you're at home and you're like, oh, beer's kind of boring me. Citrus in there and some tea. Spice it up. Enjoy your life. Don't get boring. Enjoy your life.
Yeah, where there's a will, there are cocktails. We don't need a bottle of expensive whiskey to make cocktails. That's nice. That tastes great. What?
Is your dad gonna make an appearance?
My dad's way over there, but my dad does work here. He's pouring beers right. But I can see if I can run over there. Here, let's see.
Yeah. Does anyone want to see Nathan's dad?
Let's see if I can say hi to him. Here he comes. Oh, here he is. Unless he knocks things over. But there's my dear old dad.
Hi.
Pouring beers and shucking oysters like a boss. Just beers tonight.
Yeah,
and this is the taps. Look at all those taps. I'm told that's half the taps.
What's that?
That's only half the taps.
Wow. That's a lot of beer.
A lot of beer.
Way to go. I love it. Oh, David says hi.
Oh, I will tell him.
Okay.
They're discussing last call.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so I may have to bid adieu. That guy was not shirtless. He had a shirt. I think it's 24 taps.
Wait, how many taps?
24.
Oh. How do they remember which beers are which?
I don't know. Maybe they have a code system.
Ah.
There were not that many when I worked here, and I don't know if I can count that high.
Oh my goodness, Nathan. Thank you for taking time on your vacation, visiting your family to come on and make everyone's dreams come true here on Market Live.
Well, thank you for making a beer cocktail with us.
Absolutely. Tell your dad hi and everyone loves him.
Yes, I will. I'll let him know that he's internet famous now.
Okay, cool.
Sharon Stone got to see him.
Thanks, everyone, and hope you drink great cocktails.
Setting up bases.